welcome to the Cuddle 2023 Clubs Championship. We are going to have some pretty great games going on today. I am Toph Yamato, and I will be your sole caster for today. Just winging it here. Oh, there we go. Your card. Like Baby Jamie is going to play a 5 here to draw some extra cards. We've got a really strong hand on Baby Jamie's side. 3, 10, Jack, Queen, Queen, King, King. Although lots of 2s over here on Ergosa's side. Double 2s, double 3s, 6, 8, 9, 10. Baby Jamie puts out the Queen, which is going to stuff those 2s pretty hard. Gonna play the 6 to try and clear that. Baby Jamie can't do anything about that. But he does have another Queen he draws. Playing the patient game here. What Ergosa decides to do. Plays the 3 to potentially pull back a 6. Playing the one-off effect. To pull a card back from the discard. Does get countered. But Ergosa can choose to counter the counter. He lets it go off. Ooh, and then here comes the 4 from Baby Jamie. The 4's one-off can be devastating, forcing your opponent to discard 2 cards. Discards the 3 and the 8, keeping the 9 and 10 for the points cards. Drawing up a bit on both sides. You'll have those double kings queen over on Baby Jamie's side. And a 4 comes out from Baby Jamie. It might be a good time to blow one of these 2s. He decides to counter it. Let's see what we've got here. Ergosa plays the 5 to draw 2. Ace as a one-off is an interesting choice, considering there were no point cards currently in play. Just styling on him a little bit. Ergosa gets the 10 out with the Queen to cover it. Of course, Baby Jamie can scuttle with that 10 of spades. That is an option for him. So let's see what he can do. Let's see. Go to full screen. Baby Jamie taking his time thinking about this. Some interesting problems that he has at the moment with that Queen covering Ergosa's 10. Let's see what he just... Come on, spectator mode, I believe in you. Let me try refreshing. That does anything for me. Oh, there we go. Spectator mode is a very new feature, so... Baby Jamie plays the 3 for the one-off, and the one-off resolves. He pulls the 6 back from the discard pile. Now let's see what Ergosa decides to do here. Plays the 9, puts the pressure down. Needs 2 points to win this round. A smart scuttle, cannot be countered, can't be blocked by the Queen. But now he's got a problem. Ergosa just had a strong hand generally there. Baby Jamie had a really strong hand, but just never had the opportunity to get the tempo. Yes, Piatsu. The clubs, this is the clubs tournament. So let's try and hop into this game. See where we're at. This is Aleph1 versus DP Brian. Looks like we're fairly into the mid game. So it looks like DP Brian is playing from the deck, pulls the 5 as a one-off to draw 2 cards. Yeah, at the moment, Piatu, it is too late to join. These are the top 8 players from the club season who have played on Wednesday nights and Thursdays at lunch in the ranked matches. And this is to decide who wins this this season. Second season is already started. I believe it is Arts. But if you want to join us, feel free to come by on Wednesday nights and on Thursdays, and you can have a chance to play for it all. So Aleph gets the king out here. He's got ace, 3, 6, 8, 10. Kind of a defensive hand. DP Brian's got the jack, 10, 9, 9, 6, 4, 3 ace. Lots of aces on the board here. He gets the 9 out. Yeah, I really love the graphic redesign. It was so good. I really, really love it. Let's see what Aleph decides to do here. Shoots out the ace as a one-off. And DP Brian's going to eat that. So let's see what DP Brian decides to respond with here. Another 9. And another ace to follow it up. Nothing that DP Brian can do about that. But that does mean that Aleph's 2 aces are gone for 9 points. And here comes the 10. Fairly smartly baited out by DP Brian. Plays the 3 to pull. Pulls a jack. Oh. And that 4 is going to hurt. Discards the 6 and the 8. Pulls another 6 off the top deck. Pretty good. DP pulls the king here. That's pretty good. He could play the king and really put some pressure down. Which he does do. Now let's see what Aleph decides to do. He could nuke both kings. Let's see. Gotta be thinking hard about this one. Could play the 6. There's a possibility that there is a 2 in DP's hand. He decides to jack the 10. Looks like there's no 2s that have been played. So far. So now Aleph has jacked the 10, put it under his control, and DP Brian pulls it right back with his own. So there are still 4 2s somewhere in this deck. Scuttles the 10 with the 10. That was the only way he was going to be able to get rid of that. He was going to have to... Yeah, he just had to scuttle that. If he had 6'd it, he would have ended up in more or less the same position. DP Brian playing the 3 one-off to pull from the scrap here. Dude, he pulls the 10 of diamonds back. Oh, and Aleph gets the first 2 of the game. This could get interesting. Plays the 6 to clear the kings. Drawing back up. Got the 5. I'm a big fan of the 5. Aleph is not a big fan of the 5. Pulls the 7. Oh no, neither of those. He wants neither of those cards to go to Aleph. Oh my word. What a 5 pull. Pulls double 2s and then a queen on his next draw. DP Brian has no idea what kind of trouble he's just gotten himself into. This is very, very brutal. Aleph has very low aggressive play here. Very, very defensive hand. Ooh, forces a response, though. By playing the ace for points, he gets to 11, which means he only has to play a 10, and he absolutely has a 10 in, like, he more than likely has a 10 in hand with that play. Forces a scuttle with a 2. That is rough. Plays the 10 and hopes he doesn't have it. Draws all 4 2s, and it doesn't make a difference. DP Brian taking a strong game there. Let's try and keep with this this play. Let's see. Just gotta wait for them to make the game. We are gonna stick with this set for right now, because they are now I believe 1-1-1. So 1 win, 1 loss, 1 tie. So the next one is the decider, more or less, unless they manage to draw again. Right. Oh, 1-1-0. We're just going to wait for them to get into the game. I do have to say, this spectate feature, I believe, is open to anyone at this point. So you can come and spectate matches, and you want to teach the game to someone. Spectating can be a great tool to check that out. And if you just want to watch how different people play, you can absolutely just come by and spectate. So here we are. We've got DP Brian on the bottom and Aleph on the top. Aleph with a queen 10, 8, 7, 6, 5. Pretty solid mid-rangey hand. DP Brian with the queen 9, 8, 7, 3 ace. Plays the 7 for the top deck. Hey there, Tubi. Decides to 1-off 5 for a double draw. Aleph responds in kind. Pulls up the queen. Bounces the queen back with the 9. That's an interesting play. In spectator mode, you can see both players' hands. That is the advantage of this. The people in-game cannot see their opponent's hand unless they play an 8 for its one-off effect, which is called the Glasses 8, which forces your opponent to play with an open hand. So because of spectator mode, you can see both hands, but in normal gameplay, you cannot. So here we are. Oop, flurry of play here. 7 and 8 coming out. Ace from DP. Oh, just mid-range points with 2 to back it up. Counters the ace, and there we are. Try and hop into a game here. We've got G-Man on the bottom, Baby Jamie on top. This, I believe, is a round 2. No, this is a loser's bracket round 1. So both of these guys are on the brink of being eliminated. So here we have, pretty late into the game here, King Jack Jack 8 7 6 2 ace. Pretty solid Baby Jamie hand there. Double 2 6 8 9 double 10 Jack from G-Man. Very strong hand. Double 8s. Not exactly what he would want to see there. Plays the 8 down. G-Man plays the 8, gets this 9 stolen by a Jack, plays the 6 to try and scrap, gets countered again. Baby Jamie cannot do anything about that. Ace comes out, but with the counter to back it up. G-Man's play is really quite rock solid. He is a perennial finalist. So that was a nice and quick one. Let's try and take a look at Ergosa versus Lancelin, which is a winners round 2 match. Looks like we're just at the beginning. Lance plays a 9 for points, has double ace 4 Jack. Kind of a weak, very reactionary hand. Ergosa with the double queen 10 7 6 5 3. Pretty nice set of options here. The queens will just make those jacks in Lancelin's hand absolutely dead. Plays the 5, goes up to max hand size, pulls a 10 there, plops down the queen, has nice protection from those jacks. Lancelin pulls a 6 here. Urgosa pulls an 8, I believe. 6 goes off, clears the queen, but Urgosa has another one to follow it up. Plays the queen, protecting himself from those jacks, which he doesn't know that Lancelin has. Playing nice and slow. Measured play from everyone here. Drawing up to max. They will have to start playing some cards here, though. Let's see what Urgosa wants to do with this. Let's see. He's got some good options. Plays the double queen, which could be scary if it goes into a 6. Plays the 4 to force the discard. Lancelin discards the 3s. Urgosa draws back up. Very measured play from both of them right now. If it were me in this situation, I would have started smashing point cards down by now. Lancelin plays the king, which does force check. Urgosa must do something. He must react to this play. Interesting. Blows up his double queens to get rid of the king. I might have gone for the scuttle there with the 10 on the 9. And tried to keep those double queens on the field a little bit longer. Scuttles the 8. There's the other 9. He's got one more in reserve. Urgosa is definitely on the ropes here. Scuttles the 9. Now Lancelin's going to play the other 9. And that will more or less be it. Ooh, pulls a 10. Can scuttle with that. Scuttles the 9 again. Lancelin's hand is so reactionary. Ace, ace, 2-2, jack, jack. He cannot do anything unless Urgosa does something first. Plays the king out. Lancelin could play the... Yes, that's like... I agree with that. He should get that 4 out and just devastate the hand of Urgosa here. 2 out of 5 cards gone, and Urgosa really doesn't have the steam to counteract it. Honestly, if Urgosa had played the 4 there, that might have been a blessing for Lancelin. He could get rid of some of these jacks that are just taking up space in his hand. Discards the ace and the 4. Probably wants to play the 5 for its one-off double draw here. Lancelin might want to counter this. Just lets him take it. The Urgosa pulls another 5. Lance draws. He could probably go for another 5 pull here. He doesn't. He plays it for points with the check. And it gets jacked. That's so unfortunate. It's a low point card, but it does put him back in check. Lancelin's in a pretty strong position right now. The 8 scuttles the 5. Lancelin is in such a power position right now. Yeah, he's going to have to scuttle that 10 with the 10 of spades. I think that Urgosa not using the 5 for a draw there is pretty brutal. Plays the 3, low value card, but baits out the ace. He can counter it easily. Countered again, triple counter. And that's going to be all she wrote. He doesn't have the points. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. He needs Urgosa to play some points to get some of these jacks out there. The 8 is not enough. And he has no backup if Urgosa has another ace. He is a very patient player. Now we wait and see. King 6-3 on Urgosa's side. Double ace, double jack, king 8 for Lancelin. Lancelin has a very powerful, but still very reactive. Really, he doesn't have an aggressive card at all. The 8 he could play for points, but that just gets him one away. And an ace would be absolutely devastating if Urgosa had it. Of course, we know that he doesn't, but Lancelin can't. Pulls a 6. 6 will help. 6 can save him here. Yeah, he had to go for the 1-off there. Could not go for the scuttle on the 3. It would not have saved him. Down to 5 cards left in the deck. Oh man, Lance just has all the jacks. That is wild. 7 playing off the top deck. Counters it. I'm not sure if that's the play. The 5 is pretty much a dead card right now. Scuttles the 8. 1 card remains in the deck. That is all we have. And there it is. The last 9 pulling it out for Lance in that game 1. Whew, wow. What a slugfest that was. Whew, so we will just be waiting for a moment. Oh, there's Submarino and Butter both sides. The final round 1 game. Try and jump in. See if it works. We were having some problems spectating them the first time. So here we are, Butter both sides. On the top, firing off a queen. He's got jack double tens, 8, 6, 3, 3. Pretty solid hand right there. Submarino got double ace, 3, 7, 8, 9 jack with the second 7 he just played. Gets the 10 off the top deck. Butter both sides pulls the other 10 and has all 3, but cannot scuttle that 10 of spades with it being the highest rank. Submarino just going straight in, forcing him to call the bluff. Jack comes out to steal the 10. Nothing Submarino can do about that at the moment. He either has to play the ace to destroy all the points, or find a way around that queen. Submarino could plop down the king here. Oh no. That's a tough one. What does Submarino want to do? Probably has an idea that Butter both sides has more 10s. Butter both sides is just trying to draw out. Let's see. Sorry, I haven't been reading chat. So the ace goes off from Submarino, clearing all the points. Butter both sides immediately drops another 10. Drops the 6. Plays a little bit conservatively here. Drops another 10. Submarino still does have a chance here. Gets rid of the queen, which is going to be pretty critical. Plays the king out. Now they're kind of in an equal position here. Jacks the 10. The 4 1 off. That is brutal. Losing everything in his hand. Oh, rubber bands on the other claw now. Submarino pulling a 4. The 10 gets scuttled. See, 4, 6, 9. Submarino plays the 9 out, forces a response. Butter both sides pulls the 2 on the king. Double ace in his hand, very, very weak right now. That 4 could be devastating. There it is. Let's see what he decides to discard. That's just what I would have done. Got rid of the 4 and the 6, kept the king. He has the points. Plays the king out to force a response from butter both sides. He either has it or he doesn't. There is the ace 1 off. Taking care of those points. Submarino playing the 8, threatening the check. Oh, that's a blunder from butter both sides there, I believe. Could have easily dealt with that situation by playing the ace or for going for the scuttle, and he does not. That was a tough loss there for butter both sides. All right. Let's take a look at Ergosa versus Lancelin. Ergosa on the bottom, Lancelin on the top. We got double 8s out for Lancelin. King out on the field for Ergosa. It is Ergosa's turn. Top decks the 10 of spades to scuttle the 8. Lancelin's keeping the pressure up, playing a 9. He has to top deck. Neither of those is really going to help him here. And that will do it. Ergosa's down in that game. And I believe that means that Lancelin moves on into the winner's final. Which, all games are best 2 out of 3. Or all matches are best 2 out of 3 games. Except for the winner's final, the loser final, and the grand final. So Lancelin, I believe, will be waiting for an opponent of Aleph 1 versus Submarino's. So we will take a goose and a gander at this one. Here we are. Looks like a 7 has been played out by Aleph. He has a king and a 2. Interesting choices. Let me try and refresh it. Looks like it hung up. Alright. We'll just have to wait and see what they play. Here we go. Aleph plays the 5 for draw. Pulls a 2 and a king. Little bit strange that I could see those 2 cards before that happened, but Submarino plays the 8, gets some points on the board. What Aleph decides to do. See. I'm not sure if Aleph is just thinking very hard or if run into a bug. Always a fun experience. The spectate mode only came out a few weeks ago, so we are still ironing out a few little things here and there. Aleph decides to draw, pulls the 8 of spades. Pretty nice little pickup there. See, Submarino plays the 10. Aleph plays the ace to counter. All those points coming out. That was kind of a you have it or you don't kind of a moment, though. Aleph plays down the king. Submarino draws. 9 for points. That's jacked. Ooh. The 8. And scuttle the 8. Pulls the 7. 5 goes off. Draws him some mid-range points cards for Submarino here. Submarino plays the queen. That's rough. Aleph had the chance there to play the 2 to clear that jack and pull that 9 back. But now with the queen there, he can't do much about it until he gets rid of that queen. Another 5-1 off. Plays the 4 to force a response here. Scuttles with the 6. Keeping his resources close. Plays the 9. Yeah, and that's gonna be... Oh my goodness. Regardless, Aleph pulls out the win there. Try and catch another. The next game in this Aleph 1 Submarino, Aleph is up 1-0. So we will oh, Carbs Freeloader, thanks for the follow. I apparently broke my alerts again. I apologize. All right, here we are. Game 2, Aleph 1, up 1. Submarino on the bottom of your screen. Aleph with a quick queen into 5, draws 2 cards. Playing fast and furious here. Submarino got the ace, 4, 6, 9, 9, 10, 10 jack. Lots of points to play with. Aleph with the double kings, double queens to start. 6 goes off from Submarino. This might hurt. Double jacks with the opponent having a queen is brutal. Those jacks are basically dead cards in his hand right now. Aleph draws. Has no points to speak of. Has the 7-6 now. Pulls another queen. Are you kidding me? Aleph is happy to let that 6 go off. Play a third queen. Plays the 2 to scrap the queen so his jacks have power. Triple jacks. He can stymie Aleph play at every turn if he keeps playing points. Plays the 6, cannot be countered right now. Just steals it right back. Aleph has got to do something different here. Could play the ace, could scuttle with the 9. Could scuttle with the 7. Plays the 7 for the 1-off. He's not an immediate threat. Could pull that 7 to scuttle. Does so. Scuttles with the 8, as a matter of fact. Very back and forth play. Submarino playing the 7 to top deck. Plays the 5, draws 2, pulls that 8 that he already knew was there. Has the 4 to weaken his opponent's hand here. Aleph has to discard the 4 in the... Yep, does so. Pulls a 10. That's huge. So many points. Submarino does have the 10 of spades to scuttle that 10 of diamonds. Does have double aces as well. Lots of point clear in Submarino's hand. Has the jack to steal as well. Does so. Aleph can scuttle that with either the 9 or the 10. Oh no. Oh no. He must use the 9 to bounce. He cannot allow that down the field. Aleph is in a tough position here. He has to scuttle. Plays the other 10, daring him to try, forcing Aleph to use his resources. He knows he has more. Plays the 5 as the 1-off, and that'll be the final nail in the coffin. There we go. We're all tied up 1-1 in this winners round 2 match. So this will more than likely be the deciding game in this best of 3, unless they pull out a draw, which does happen. It appears, at least as a losers bracket update, that DP and Butter both sides are playing currently for losers round 1, and the other losers round 1 game, Baby Jamie has fallen to G-Man in a 2-0 match. So G-Man will be waiting to play the loser of this match, and Urgosa is waiting to play the winner of DP Brian and Butter both sides. Get into the... Wow, quick flurry of draws. Aleph plays a 4 for points here. Queen comes out from Submarino. 2-3-3-3, 4-10 Jack from Aleph. Pretty weak early hand. Submarino has Queen Jack with a queen on the field. Double 8s, double 6s, 4-2. Very reactive hand. Aleph has to wait for good things to get played for those 3s to really have any value at all. Right now, they are just 3 points, and that is not very much. Submarino starts putting a little pressure on, gets the 8 out. Let's see what Aleph tries to do here. Could use the 2 to try and clear that queen. Lets it go off. That's a smart play. He has another queen in the bank. He doesn't need to blow his 2 here. Smart conservative play here from Submarino. Submarino drops another 8. The ace comes out and is countered, which is exactly what Submarino wanted. Interesting that he didn't play the 6 to win the game there. He could have played the 6 and ended the game right there. Chooses to play the 4 for some reason. May have been a misclick, but we'll see if Submarino has some master plan. The scuttle comes out with the 10 for the 8. he wanted to jack the 4 for the final points. That's what he wanted to do. Plays the 4, nothing Submarino can do. He must discard the rest of his hand. He does get the points he needs right there. Aleph has to scuttle, or it has to scuttle. He has to scuttle one of the 4s with his 7. He top decks the 4 of diamonds, which can scuttle the 4 of clubs. But that's only going to save him for so long. It was a risky maneuver. Because the king will not help him in any way. He does play the king and accepts his defeat. Some uncharacteristic risky plays from Aleph there. Submarino moves on, and he will face Lancelin in the winner's final, which will be our best 3 out of 5. It will be our first one in that format. And Aleph will go and play G-Man. Ergosa is, as far as I know, still waiting on an opponent from the DP Butter game. Like Butter Both Sides is up 1-0. Let's take a look at that game. Pretty far into the deck. 8's on both sides. Ace comes out from DP Brian on the top of your screen. He has 4-3-3. Pretty powerful at this point in the game. Slow, but strong. Butter Both Sides pulls a 3, has a 7 and a queen, king on the board. Plays the 3. DP pulls a 6 back. Solid choice. Butter Both Sides also plays a 3. 2-2s, all the aces. Pulls a 2 back. That's very strong. Let's see what DP wants to do here. He knows Butter Both Sides just pulled a 2. Plays the 3. Kind of wants to see if Butter Both Sides will go for that. DP pulls back a 2 as well. Oh, Butter Both Sides catches double queens. The 4 coming out from DP. This could be pretty huge. I think Butter Both Sides really has to consider countering this. But he also knows that DP has a 2 to follow up with another counter. I think you may just have to eat this. Drop the 7 and the queen. Keep 1 queen. Drops the double queens. Interesting. The thing that could have been strong about the double queens is the fact that he can counter a 6 that he know DP Brian has. And then DP Brian cannot counter it back because of the queen. DP Brian pulls a 9. Solid card. Drops a 7. He doesn't have enough points in hand unless to get it next turn. Would have to go for the 4-card win here. Plays the 6. Counter the king. Counters it. Countered. King goes. But king can come right back out. Draws the 10. That's really big. King comes out. He has to scuttle. That is the only safe play right here. Does so. Big 10. That's gonna be it. That will be Butter Both Sides taking this match. He could bounce. He could bounce the king and delay the inevitable. And maybe that will be it, though. Just delays the inevitable because 5 just doesn't have the standalone power right now. That will be it for the Which one is this? Losers round 1, which I believe means that DP is out. Yeah, no kidding. Such a good time. So let's hop into the winner's final here. 23 cards left in the deck. Queen 772 for Submarino at the top half of your screen. I can't see the bottom half of my screen because selecting a card from scrap. Lancelin's got a queen on the board. Double tens, 9, 8, ace. Lots of power there. Submarino's got the king. Got another king in reserve. Ooh, that 4 could be nasty, though. Another 9 for Lancelin. Ooh. Lancelin does not have the way to counter king-queen right now. He can counter points just fine. Plays the 8, plays the 5 for the 1-off. Submarino pulling cards, gets a 7, gets another king. Plays the 10. Has to roll the bones. Doesn't get it. That will be it for game 1 of the winner's final. Lancelin going up 1-0. I believe we should be seeing Butter versus DP. Nope, DP versus Aleph here. Huh? People are making some goofy games here. Let's take a look. This is the winner's final, game 2. Lancelin on the top of your screen, plays the queen, has 9, double 7, 6, 2 ace. Pretty solid hand. Submarino has double ace, 3, 4, 8, 9, jack, king. A little bit of a slower hand. Lancelin plays the 9 of spades. It cannot be scuttled by anything other than a 10. Could try and play the ace here. Might get countered. Nope, allows it to go off. Plays the 7 here. Final, all finals, so winner final, losers final, and grand final are all best of 5s. Every other match is best of 3. So scuttles from Submarino. Lancelin gets hit with the 4, double discard. 4 is countered from Submarino. Went for the double 4 play. Forces the 2 to be played on a 4, which feels tough. Pulls a 2 back. He doesn't know that Lancelin does not have the points to do this. Scuttles the 9 smartly. Can't be countered. Lets the queen get pulled. Jacks it. Jacks it back. Ace. Countered. Yep. Very, very common play from Lance. Lance is going to pull from the scrap. Let's see what he takes. Takes the 9 of spades. 7 top deck. Gets the jack. Pulls it back into his hand. Oh, a 6! That's devastating. Lancelin can play this 6. Submarino can do nothing about it. Has to scuttle the 7 with the 8. Still in a dire situation here. Double kings is not what Submarino needed. That's gonna be it for game 2. Lancelin goes up 2-0 in the winner's final. These games are going fast and furious here. We're already coming up on the grand final, and we've only been playing for an hour. We are flying. I guess since I'm used to the World Championship, which had twice as many players in it, that shouldn't surprise me so much. But hey, thank you, ND Krempel. I probably butchered that name. Let me try and fix the alert box. Maybe that will work. All right. Nailed it. Thank you for the follow. We are waiting for game 3 of the winners final here. Looks like Argosa and Butterboat Sides have started their set as losers round 2. In Aleph and G-Man game 2, Aleph is up 1-0 in the other losers round 2 match. So we will see. I cannot spectate any of these because they're just waiting on other players. Let's see if any going on here. See. Oh. Let's see here. So Baby Jamie and DP are playing for the 7th, 8th game match. So here we are. We're in Aleph 1 versus G-Man, which is a losers round 2 match. I believe they might have goofed the number of games there. But it looks like G-Man has jacked a 10, plays another 10, has a 9 in hand, 7 one-off. Try and top deck something, doesn't really get what he needs there. There is the 9. G-Man pulling out a very fast and furious win. 35 cards left in the deck. Very quick match. Let's jump into this one. Argosa will be on the bottom of your screen. Butterboat Sides on the top. Butterboat Sides has the king and the 10 out on the field. Jack has been bounced and frozen by a 9 here by Butterboat Sides. Argosa needs to do something. He's going to try and bounce as well. Butterboat Sides cannot counter. Bounces the king. Butterboat Sides has double 8-4-3. Draws. Low play. Argosa should be able to play that jack now, if he so chooses. Still shows as frozen, but I believe that's just a visual thing for the spectator. See what Argosa decides to do here. Taking his time to think about it. See what he decides to do. Let's take a look. Could play the 3, try and bounce something back. Just only a pair of 9s are in the discard pile, so not really too much useful there. Could play an 8 for points, put the pressure on Butterboat Sides. But Butterboat Sides has the 8 of spades, so he can scuttle either 8 that comes out from Argosa. Could play the jack to pull the 10 back. Who puts pressure on Butterboat Sides. Right. Nope. Good. Argosa is just waiting to see what happens next here. Let's see what we got here. Still waiting. Maybe let's try and take it here. Ah, yes. The G-Man versus LF1. This is losers bracket 2. Yeah, well, we're gonna try and jump in and see if there's some more action over in this game. Looks like G-Man has the glasses 8, so he can see Aleph hand just like we can. Scuttles the 4. Aleph has the king, plops an 8 down. Ace comes out, counters all those points. Aleph plays the 3, pulls something from scrap, pulls a 2. Solid choice here. And knows what Aleph has in hand, but Aleph does not have that advantage because of the glasses 8. Let's see what G-Man chooses to do here. Plays the 2 to target the king. Counters back. Keep his king in play. Plays the 10. Ace goes off. Pulls another 10. That's huge. Threes, probably threeing back. Oh, threes back the ace. Aleph pulls a 5. Queen could be very powerful here. 5 draw, pulls a 10 and an ace. Those jacks in Aleph's hand just became way, way worse. He has no way to deal with that queen except for the 6, which would nuke his own king as well, but would also open up, free up his hand, because then G-Man cannot see, as 6s will clear all face cards and glasses 8s as well. Plays the 5. For points here, that does put him in check. G-Man knows it. He has to do something. Could jack the 5. The ace seems a bit aggressive. Scuttles with the 8. Plays the 6 for points here. Baits out the ace. Drops the 10. Gets it jacked. Plays the 9 for points. 7 top deck. Oh, that's not gonna do it. Can just discard the double jacks and win this round. Bang. There it is. That was, I think, game 2. Read that. Ah. You actually have the winner's final. It is a best 3 out of 5. They made a mistake. It's fine. We're working on it. So Submarino, 19 points on the board. 7 and 4 in hand. Queen on the board. The 4 is brutal. Does pull the points. Scuttles with the 10 of clubs. Lancelin in the power position. Plays the 5. Draws a 9 and a 6. Very big. Oh, but the double 4s in Lancelin's hand are going to... Ruthless. Oh, that is going to hurt. Submarino hates it when I do that to him. And there is the win. If Lancelin had played the 4 again, would have had the shot. So Submarino pulls it back 2-1. Now in the winner's final. Okay, let's see. Submarino versus Lancelin. Wow. Fast and Furious here. King out, 5 on the board. Check. Already on for Lancelin. Submarino counters with a scuttle of the 5 with the 8. Has to do something here. 5 is a check still. Queen on the board for Submarino. He's in a decent position if he can survive this. 9 comes out. I think, yeah, he has to do that. That is such a powerful play. Jack on the board. counters the king, pulls another 2. Does he choose to counter this 6? Does not. Keeps his 2 in his hand. King on the board. He doesn't know if he has the points. Counters the king, plays the 3, probably gonna bounce a 2 back. Bounces a king back. Interesting play. Got the ace. Submarino's in a tough spot, but he has some options here. He needs to get a little lucky and have Lance be a little unlucky, and he's definitely got a shot in this. Plays the king down. Some pressure. Double queen jack for Lancelin. That is rough. Oh, and a king. Oh, my word. Doesn't have a 2. Scuttles. Keeps it nice and safe. Submarino. 9 comes out. Scuttled. 8 comes out. What can he do? I think he has to play the ace here. Yep. Does so. Smart play. Doesn't want to blow up his king unless he needs to. 6 is also worth more points, so it gives him a little bit more of a... more options here. Let's see. Plays down the 7. It's gonna get jacked. Oh, that's rough. Plays the 6. Pulls the 7 back. Queen comes out. Oh, that jacks. Rough. 5. Plays the 5. Double draws. 2 ace. Okay. He's out of those immediate woods. There's more woods on the way, though, it looks like. Let's see what Lancelin wants to do with this. Plays the 3. He's got the time. Draws back a jack. Backed up by that queen. Counters the queen. Another queen comes out. Oh, that is rough duty from Submarino. Pulls the 6. Could be very impactful here. He doesn't know that Lancelin doesn't have a 2. Plays the 6. There's that queen. Lancelin now has a 6 as well. Submarino drawing up. A 4. Lancelin plays the 10. Gets some points down on the field. Gets jacked immediately. Jacked right back. Chooses the jack. Pulls it back into his hand. 6s. Clears the field. Submarino pulling a 5 here. Potentially pretty powerful. Plays the 4. Cannot scuttle with that, with his 4 of clubs. Has to scuttle with the 5. He is in check here. He does scuttle. See. Lance playing the soft game here. Might just play the ace. Does scuttle with the 7. He's either going to scuttle with the 8 or play the ace here. Could have played the 4 as well for its 1-off just to devastate his hand. Could play the 4 here for the 1-off. He knows he won't have the points for another turn. Scuttles with the 4. 17 on the board for Lancelin. He really doesn't want to play this ace Submarino. He knows he doesn't have much of a shot without that 7 points on the deck. What does Submarino choose to do? Scuttles again. Really just doesn't want to play that ace. Has double aces now, but the double jacks could potentially be very devastating. There's a jack coming out. Has to play an ace. The only option. And now Submarino cannot, neither player can win. We are in a draw. And there we are. We are going to try and pick up that match. We are in game 5 of the winners final, with Lancelin being up 2-1 with 1 draw. Game 5. If Lance takes it, that's it for this match. Submarino on the top of your screen starts out with a queen, got the king, double ace, 9-8-7-7 now. Lancelin has a very weak hand with triple threes, super weak early in the game. 4-5-8 queen ace, has some options here, but really needs to get some points. Queen comes out, plays the 4. Lancelin scuttles with the 5. Nice slow play. 7 from Submarino. Forces the scuttle again. If he plays the 7 again, he has to ace. Plays the 8 or the 9 here. Plays the 8. Plays it a little safer. Has to discard. Double aces. He has the points in hand to win that round. Wow. Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't realize I wasn't in full screen still. So here we are. We are game 6 of the winners final. Both players are at 2 wins and 1 draw. Yeah, 3 threes is brutal that early in the game. We're going to wait and see. Game 6 of a best of 5. Submarino shoots off a 5, ace 2 6 10 jack king, pretty solid hand. 8 king 6 5 4 3 for Lance. That 3 really is not helping him. Oh, jack countered. That's gonna be it. Bang! 4-turn win from Submarino to reverse sweep his way into the grand finals. What a turnaround. Unreal. What a turnaround. So we have Lancelin being knocked down to the losers final, and Ergosa versus Aleph. Oh. So we will have G-Man did lose to Aleph in the losers round 2, and Ergosa defeated Butter Both Sides. Butter Both Sides and G-Man will be playing for the 5th, 6th slots. The winner of that game that match will be 5th place in the tournament. If I can, there we go. There we have Aleph playing Ergosa. I believe this is game 1. Double 4, 6, 7, 8, 10 for Aleph. Pretty solid control hand. The 4s can be very annoying to your opponent. Ergosa with double king 8 2 2 ace. Wow, very triple 2s. What a reactive hand. Plays the 4 for points, interestingly. King comes out from Ergosa. What does Aleph do with that information? Does not have a way to counter. Probably doesn't want to push. 6s, fairly safe play. Probably get countered. Yep. Ergosa now has the tempo. Decides to draw. Safe play. Ace coming out. 5. Draws another 5 and that 7. Aleph draws into a jack, another 5, double 8s, glasses 8 comes up from Aleph, and he is not thrilled with that hand. Woo boy. He's looking at that and saying, oh gee, that's not ideal. He's got an uphill battle ahead of him, and he's going to have to scramble to try and get out of this position and get the tempo back. What does Aleph want to do here? Could jack that 7, knows there's an ace and a double 2s on the other side. Knows he can't rely on that ace card either because of the double 2s. Ace comes out from Ergosa. Probably Aleph should draw up. Yep. Need some more resources here. 8 comes out from Ergosa. Jack on board. Let's see what happens here. What does Aleph want to do? Scuttles the 8 with the 10. Ergosa plays a queen. Could try and go for the 6 play. Will nuke his own glasses 8, but probably will be countered by the double 2s. Plays the 4. Sees if he can force a 2 out. Yep, countered by the 2. That does burn a 2, though, for a relatively low value card. Let's see. Plays the 8 out for points. Plays the ace. Probably hoping to draw this other 2. And then pop down the 6 and really put the hurt on Ergosa here. Yeah, so Unreal games today. Very, very fun. What does Ergosa want to do? He counters, which does give Aleph the option to go for the 6 nuke. Doesn't take it. Not yet. Oh, should have. Probably, well, no, had the glasses 8, knew he didn't have another 2. Probably should have taken that 6 shot right then and there. Little bit of a mistake there from Aleph. While we were waiting for that next game to come up in that series, the losers round 3 between Ergosa and Aleph, which, by the way, are the 1 and 2 seeds meeting in losers round 3. Pretty rough. I'm going to take a quick 2-minute run. I will click spectate, and I will come back and commentate on this in just a minute. Okay, we're right back into it. Aleph is at the top of your screen, Ergosa at the bottom. Queen on board for Ergosa, ace 3 in hand. Plays the ace to clear the 7 points and the check of Aleph. Aleph has a king on the board, drops the 10. There's nothing Ergosa can do. So we are now all tied up in the losers round 3 between Ergosa and Aleph. Winner of this game will move on to play Lancelin in the losers finals, which will be a best 3 out of 5 as well. This is a best 2 the last best 2 out of 3 in the tournament. We'll just have to wait for a moment. Looks like DP playing for his life, playing for 7th and 8th, up 1. And here we go. Aleph drops the king right off the rip. 6, 7, 9, queen. Pretty strong hand. Double 6s, double 8s, double 3s, double 2s on Argosa's side. Very reactive hand, very slow. Plays the 3, just getting it out of his hand, trading up to the king. Pretty powerful. Plays the 7. Let's see what Argosa wants to do with that. Draws. Aleph plays the queen. 4, cannot counter, has to drop something. Drops the 6 and the 9. Pulls an ace from the deck. Aleph has the tempo, but Argosa has the card advantage here. Aleph pulls a 7 here. Argosa was able to get both of those 3s off that he had in his starting hand and get... So far, he hasn't gotten value from them yet. But trading into a 6 and a king, plays the 6, clears the queen. Aleph has Mondo points, double 10, 7, 6, double aces, lots of board control. King comes out, 6 comes down. May be countered by Argosa, does so. There we go. 8 comes down. Scuttled by the 10. Does not want to risk the ace being countered. That would give Argosa the game and knock Aleph right out of the tournament. Another 8 comes out. He has to scuttle with the 10. He doesn't want to, but I think he has to. Scuttles are uncounterable. And he knows... Well, he doesn't know that Argosa has the 2, but it's too much of a risk. Plays the 7, forces the issue. This is a potential mistake. Ace gets countered here. Argosa plays a 3. Lots of value from those 3 3s that Argosa has had. Ace does in fact go off, but Aleph has no cards in hand. Oh, and the queen is not what he needed. That's going to be it. Aleph is going to be knocked out. The number 1 seed is down. And he will be playing the loser of Argosa and Lancelin for 3rd and 4th place. So currently, Lancelin is the highest rated player. No, Argosa is the highest rated player still in the tournament. We have number 2 seed, number 4 seed, and number 6 seed, all in the... No, Argosa is number 2 seed, actually. So he's still in it, but there's a chance. So if you want to follow along on the bracket, here it is. Here's the challenge link. I did not change the bot to have the challenge link. And if this game looks interesting to you and you've never seen it before, come join our Discord. We play every Wednesday night, and yes, the historical top 2s are out. We play on Wednesday nights and Thursdays at lunchtime Eastern. So if you want to come check out the community, please do. We have a lot of fun, and you can see it right there over on the right-hand side of the screen. 8:30 p.m. EST, and Thursdays at 12 p.m. EST. Come join us. Play casually. Play ranked. Maybe get into the tournament. Invite invalid. Oh. Let me fix that. I might have had a timeout after a few. After a few days from my old account. did have a problem with my Discord account and lost everything. So some things might be broken. And I did not update the bot this morning because I totally blanked on it. So that's on me. Try that link. There we go. Hopefully that works. While we are waiting for the next match here, which should be Lancelin versus Ergosa. Game 1. And we will be... This is at best 3 out of 5, and the winner of this will go on to face Submarino in the grand finals. At that point, Submarino needs to win 3 out of 5 games, and his opponent will need to win 2 sets of best of 5s to win. There is a bracket reset. So since Submarino has not lost a match yet, he gets the advantage of his double elimination coming in potentially clutch in the final round. Looks like we are just about to get into the game with Ergosa and Lancelin. And here we go. Lancelin will be at the bottom of your screen with 2 double 4, 6, 8 queen. Plays the 5, draws 2 cards, gets the 8 and a 6. Ergosa double jack 10, 9, 7, 4, 3. Pretty solid hand, but that queen will hurt against the double jacks. Ergosa draws, pulls a king. Lancelin pulls another queen. What a draw. Lancelin has a lot of hand control here with the double 4s. Plays the king. Ergosa has some pressure here. Lancelin draws a 7. Not the most exciting card. Solid points, but not really one that Lancelin would have liked to see. Does get the scuttle out of it, though, so that works out in his favor. Ergosa setting on king. Plays the 9, pretty aggressive. Plays the 2, cannot be countered. Get rid of the king. Could play the 4 here for points. Does. Forces the check. Makes Lancelin. You have it or you don't. He does. The scuttle. The 4. Plays the 10. Lancelin draws. He knows it's over. There we are. Ergosa takes game 1 in the losers finals. Here we go. Ergosa versus Lancelin. Game 2. Ergosa up 1. Ergosa on the bottom with 4 double 9, 10 jack. Draws the 7. Lancelin with king 10, 9, 7, 4, 4. Plays the king out early. Forces the check. With the 4. Ergosa can scuttle this with his 4 of spades. And does so. Lancelin plays another 4. I think Ergosa jacks this. Yeah. Now forcing the check with the other hand, forces the scuttle out with the 9 onto the 7. Plays the 9. He's going to force the scuttle again. With the 10, can play the 9. And will force the scuttle on the 4 with the 7. Or is he's going to try and top deck hero. He should play the 6 here, I believe. Yes. No, scuttles with the 6. Decides to go for the safe play. Ergosa probably should draw here. Lancelin doesn't know what he has left in his hand. Pulls that. Pulls a 4. Plays the 10. Ace comes out. That is rough. Pulls another 10. Ooh, the queen comes out. Double 10, 4 in Ergosa's hand. Plays the most powerful 10. Plays the 3rd most powerful 10. 9 bounces the 10 of spades. Pulls a 5. Could have some value. Lancelin draws. That's going to be it for game 2. Ergosa taking 2-0 lead in the losers finals here. He needs to win one more game to go on and face Submarino in the grand finals of the Clubs 2023. Wow. Here we are, game 3. Lancelin has ace 2, 3, 8, 8, 9, jack. Pretty solid hand. Ergosa playing the 5, has another one in hand. Double threes is very weak. 6, 8, 9, plays the queen. Lancelin with the quick counter on the 6. Pulls another 3. That's so rough. Triple threes this early in the game are just so brutal. Plays the 3. Could be countered. Doesn't get countered. Pulls the queen back into his hand. Lancelin drops the 8 for points here. Ergosa goes for the queen play yet again. Drops the 5, pulls a 2 and a 10. Critical. Does Ergosa want to use his 2 to counter? He does. Keeps the queen on the board. Plays the 3, can't be countered. Ergosa takes the 2 right back. Lancelin draws, pulls a 4. 10 goes down for Ergosa. Lancelin can scuttle here with the 10 of club or 10 of spades. Plays the 3, forces the check. Ergosa can scuttle the 3 with his own 3 of spades. But that doesn't really get him out of the woods. Does for a turn. Maybe that's just all he needs. Lancelin is sitting on 2 dead cards with the jacks. Does scuttle the 3. 4 comes out. Believe he can scuttle with the heart. Yep. Hearts beats diamonds here. So 8 of clubs comes out. He can scuttle that with the 8 of diamonds. And does so. Just has the answers right now. Cannot scuttle the 9. Scuttles the 8 with the 9. 9 is still out. Plays the 10. And that's all she wrote. Lancelin is going to take game 3 here. Yep. And there it is. 27 points. Lancelin takes game 3 to bring it back 2-1. Whew. What a match. Had some really good games today. This is great. Here we are, game 4 in the losers final. Ergosa on the top of your screen, Lancelin on the bottom. Lancelin with a 2-3-3-6-6 queen. Very slow, but strong. Ergosa triple ace 5-7-9-9 queen. Also powerful. A triple 3 for Lancelin. Queen comes out. 6 comes out quickly from Lancelin. See what Ergosa wants to do. Plays the 5 for the 1-off. Lancelin does not counter. Pulls another 2 and another 9. Wow. Lancelin has a really nasty hand if he can keep it together right now. Double queen, jack, triple 3s. Lots of opportunities. Could play the 4 or the 5 for their 1-off or for points. Really, all to play for here. Let's see. Taking a while to think about it. Plays the 5 for points. Queen comes out from Lancelin. Two targeting the queen. He lets it go off, plays the other queen, and probably thinks that that's the only two he has. Plays the 9, puts him in check. Can scuttle or jack not have the ability to 6 here? Ace comes out. Hey! Thank you, Double 3. For the follow. Appreciate it. Ace does come down. Lance plays the 3, pulls back the 9 of diamonds here. Gets a king. 9 comes down. He still has his 2. Does he counter this? Does. Cannot be countered back. King comes down. No 2s in either hand here. Scuttle comes down. 3, 3, 6, 7 jack here for Lancelin. Burgosa's still sitting on those double aces and double 4s. He could start dumping those 4s one-offs just to try and run Lancelin out of some resources here. 7 comes down, check on the board. Does go for the counterable play, but Lancelin does not have the 2 to back it up here. Lancelin draws into another 6. Urgosa draws into a 10. But with those double jacks in Lancelin's hands, those 10s are rough. Urgosa draws, pulls a 9. 3 comes out from Lance. Pulls the 9 of spades back from the deck himself. See what Urgosa wants to do here. Plays the 4. Cannot be countered. Must discard 2. Gets rid of the 3 and the 6. Plays the 9. Forces a response from Urgosa here. Can either ace or scuttle with the 10 of hearts. What's he going to choose to do here? Plays the ace. Still a risky play, but was just relying on Lancelin not having the 2. Lancelin pulls a 4 here. Gets the 8 on Urgosa's side. 7 for Lance. Urgosa has a very powerful hand if he can ever get some time to actually play some aggressive cards. Plays the glasses 8, sees the jacks and the second queen now. So Urgosa's playing with full information of Lancelin's hand here. Draws again, pulls the 4. Lancelin has the 6 down for points. Is enough to put Urgosa in check. Urgosa scuttles with the 9. Plays the 6. Lancelin is very good at just grinding out his opponent's resources. This is one of his signature styles for sure. Is just king force scuttles with force bad scuttle trades with mid-level cards. Scuttling a 6 with a 10 just feels so bad. Oh gosh. I think Lancelin has a pretty strong hold on this game at the moment. Pulls back the 10 of spades. Plays the king. Able to get that down. Double kings. He has no way of dealing with this. Double kings, double kings. He just had to hope he didn't have the 10, but he did. So now we are going into game 5 of the losers final 2-2 between Lancelin and Urgosa. Oof, what a wild set. Here we are. Take a look. Lancelin will be on the top of your screen. He has just dropped down a 5. Got King, Queen, Jack, 8, 7, 5, 2. Urgosa has a 2 to respond. 3, 4, 6, Jack, Queen, King of his own. Pretty matching hands for this final game in the losers final. Lancelin drops the 8. Urgosa goes for the king. Lancelin responds. Jacks the 8. Going to get jacked right back. Now what does Urgosa do here? Could try and 2 the jack. And he's going to counter and Lancelin's going to take it. There it is. Urgosa came strong out of the gate, but older hands prevailed in the end. Urgosa is knocked out and will play Aleph 1 for the fourth place match. And now Lancelin will get his chance for revenge against Submarino from the winners final. This will be a best 3 out of 5. If Submarino wins, it's all over. If Lancelin wins, the bracket resets and he has to win another best 3 out of 5 to take the title. So we will see what happens here. In the meantime, DP Brian did beat Baby Jamie for 7th place in a 2-0. There should be a butter both sides G-Man game. Oh, G-Man will come in 5th with butter both side in 6th, meaning Baby Jamie in 8th, DB Brian in 7th, butter both sides in 6th, and G-Man in 5th. And the next place deciding game will be Aleph versus Urgosa, the number 1 versus the number 2 seed, the losers round 3 rematch for 3rd and 4th. And here we are, Submarino versus Lancelin, grand finals for the club's tournament. Got Submarino on the bottom of the screen with an ace 3, 4, 10. Jack pulls another 4. Lancelin with king 8, 7, 6, 2, 2. Wow, what a powerful hand. Submarino draws a thank you option to hang for the follow. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Submarino pulls the 6 with the jack. What can he do here? What does he decide? He'll go for the ace play, but the scuttle with the 10, although painful, is safer. Does go for the safe, uncounterable play. 8 comes out. If I'm Submarino here, I'm dropping that 4. Yeah. Get that 2 out of the hand. Unfortunately, I know he has double 2s. Submarino could not have known that. And that's the way game 1 goes. Lancelin up 1-0 in the grand final. Just a reminder, Lancelin does have to win 2 best 3 out of 5s in order to take this. So Lancelin's on his way. We are into game 2. Lancelin on the bottom of your screen with ace 2, 3, 3, 4, king. Submarino with queen, jack, 10, 10, 9, 7, 2. Drops the queen. Lancelin forcing the check. Scuttles with the 7. Safe play. Lancelin pulls an 8. As does Submarino. Lonson pulls another 3. There's so many triple 3s early in these games. Pulls an ace, pulls a 4, 9 for Loncelin. Plays the 4. Discards the 3 and the 3. Plays the queen. Submarino draws the jack. 9 comes out. Scuttle with the 10 of clubs here. Submarino would fight tooth and nail for a 6 right about now. Scuttles the 8 of hearts with the 8 of spades. Loncelin kind of on the back foot here. Plays the 10. Gets another 2. Plays another 10. Ace comes out. Rough. Submarino drawing back up. Loncelin pulls all 4 3s this game. Unreal. Going to pull the 10 back. Submarino draws. Loncelin plays the 10. Can be scuttled. Ace comes out, but cannot be countered by the queen. 3 comes out, probably pulling that 10 right back. Yup. And comes right back out again. 10 scuttle. Queen comes out, 5 comes out. What does Submarino want to do here? Does he finally drop that 6? No, plays the 9 for points. Currently cannot be dealt with by Loncelin. Draws, pulls a jack, double 9s. There's nothing that Loncelin can do there. That was solid play from Submarino, tying it back up at 1 game apiece in the grand final. That was very well played by both of them. That could have really gone either way for quite a while there. All right, let's get into game 3. Tied up at 1 apiece. Loncelin on the bottom of your screen. Submarino on the top. Submarino with the triple kings. 10, 7, 3. Loncelin with ace, 2, 4, 5, and queen. Plays the 5. Pulls an 8 and a jack. Double kings comes out from Submarino. What can Loncelin do to counter? A 2. That's exactly what he can do. Another king comes out. Loncelin has no response. Yeah, and Submarino just takes it. Bang. Just like that, Submarino is on match point to take the club's championship for 2023. Pretty wild. Loncelin's going to have to make a hell of a run for a couple of games here to make this up. Submarino on the bottom of your screen. Ace, 4, 6, 7, 9, jack. Pretty solid starting hand. Loncelin with the 10, 9, 8, 4, 4, 2. Lots of discard for his opponent here. They're just drawing up. Another ace for Submarino. He's got some options here. 8 comes out. Draws. 4 comes out. Forces the check. Scuttles the 4. Another 4 comes out. Does he scuttle with the 6 here? No. Jacks the 8. Jacked right back. Ace is going to come out, probably. No. Scuttles with the 7. Safe play. 9 comes out. Scuttles. Drawing back up. Oof. Another 6, which really doesn't help him. He has to play the ace here. And Lawson will counter and take game 4, tying us up at 2 apiece. This will either be Submarino taking the win or Lawson resetting the bracket and getting it back to 0-0 and going for another best 3 out of 5 to take the dub from the losers bracket. All right. Well, game 5, guys. All right, Lancelin already starting out with the 5. Draws 10 king, has double sixes, 3 ace. Submarino on the top of your screen, 10-9, 8-6-2-2. With a king, plays the 5 himself. 10 comes out, king comes out from sub. 6 comes down, countered. 10 comes down, check. 6, Submarino counters. And that is all she wrote. Submarino taking quick wins throughout the tournament. And we'll take that 3-2 to win the grand finals of the Cuddle Clubs 2023 tournament. Congratulations to Submarino and all of the players who participated. Let me double check final standings. Looks like the last game for placing between Aleph and Aragosa Mandy didn't get played. But congrats to Submarino on his win in the tournament. Well done, Lancelin, to fight back from the losers finals and gave it a really damn good run to try and reset that bracket. Well done, everybody. We will be back in a few months with another tournament for the next season, which I believe is Diamonds. Okay. Aragosa will be ends up in 3rd, so that gives us a final standing of... I have a lot of things to here. So Butter Both Sides is in 8th, G-Man in 7th, then... Or no. DP and Baby Jamie in 8th, DP in 7th, G-Man in 5th, Butter Both Sides in 6th, Aragosa in 3rd, and Aleph in 4th, Lancelin taking 2nd, and then Submarino taking 1st. Sure, if he wants to. I can do that. Ooh. Hey there, Submarino. Well done.
Hello.
Well, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
That was a real nail biter towards the end there. But you had some pretty dominant early hands, just lots of 5-6 turn games there towards the end.
Yeah, I got really lucky on the draw with some of that. So I mean, it's up to the cuddle gods to help me on some of those for sure, and quick thinking on my part to kind of, I guess, play those really aggressively instead of holding out and seeing if they, if they could counter or do whatever. And I came into some good situations early that gave me a lot of what I needed.
Yeah, and Lancelin is a very patient player, so those long grindy games tended to go towards him. Not just against you, but against most of his opponents. He was just able to hang on long enough and then just wear them down. So
yeah, and that's, I think, what happened in the first match we played, because well, I don't know if you realized, but we forgot that it was the best 3 out of 5 for winners final.
I did notice that, actually.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously in the bracket it had changed, And then someone in the stream was asking if it was best 2 out of 3 or best 3 out of 5. And I was like writing out, no, it's best 3 out of 5 for winners. And I went, wait a minute, we never played 3 games. So we went back in, and that was when I was just like, you know what, whatever. I'm just gonna like play. I'm probably gonna lose because like knowing this, I'll end up playing one more game, lose, and it won't matter anyway. And I just played quick, and I played a little bit looser. Didn't focus as much on like really trying to outpace Lance, which is, as you were saying, like he's a very patient player, and I played a lot more aggressively, and it ended up working out in my favor. Did the reverse sweep, and then played him again in grand finals.
Yeah, his match against Ergosa was also pretty dramatic.
Oh wow!
Ergosa coming in and playing a couple of fast games to start, and then Lance coming back with the reverse sweep of his own to come back and try and get the salty run back to take the title off your plate.
And the thing is too that like you're right. That's such a back and forth match that Lance coming directly off of that game and then coming into grand finals, like it's pretty tough because Ergosa is also a very quick and aggressive player early on, and will just put out points after points after points and try to wear down the opponent. Which I took a lot of my play off of Ergosa's play in that regard. And I guess that, I don't know if that had anything to play in our match with, or my match with Lancelin, but yeah, going from Ergosa to me is tough. That's a tough, like, 1-2 there.
For sure. I mean, everybody played fantastically. There were some really great games. This season. It just shows the quality of the player base has really just come a long way from what we were 2 years ago when we all started playing this regularly.
And I will say, like, again, I was looking at the bracket and noticed, G-Man goes out and Aleph goes out, and I don't know if anyone else has won a tournament other than those two. And so I don't know where I would be if it was one of those two in the finals, So
it was
that was a huge thing.
I think certainly this might be the highest seeded, or the lowest seeded final in Cuttle tournament history. Number 4 seed versus the number 6 seed for the grand final. Certainly everyone, had a shot and, played very well all through the season to get here. But man, we're so used to having a certain group of players be up at those top echelons. And, you've been around the community for a long time, Lance, as well. But, having the number 1 versus the number 2 seed in the losers round 3 knockout match is certainly a surprise.
I mean, I think it's definitely changing because, like, you look at some of those earlier brackets and it very much seems like there's like a top 2, top 3, top 4.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like, you look at like last Worlds, I think it was DP Brian and G-Man for the final, and that was like totally unexpected by me. And now it's less like you have like your top 2, top 3, top 4, and more like the top 8 are just all really good. And anyone can take it now, which I think is where we want to be as a game and as a community, to just have like really a top solid group of players that anytime a tournament comes out, it's up to just anyone's game.
Yeah, it's definitely making it a lot more exciting to watch, and I'm having a blast casting it.
I hope you did, because there's a lot of changes that came out in like the UI to make that more engaging. Which
oh
I thought
man,
was great.
the spectator mode is an absolute godsend. It's so much better than having to do what I did before, which worked, but it's definitely a lot easier to follow, both for me and I'm sure for people watching on the stream as well. Do you have any final thoughts before we sign off here?
Well, I know you knew this because I mentioned to you this early on, and you're a fan as well, but this is my first time drinking the herbal tea, organic yerba mate, which has caffeine in it, which I can tell you, I don't know if it was just the caffeine or the play or a little bit of both, but my heart was pounding a lot during this. And I don't know if I'll stop with these tournaments. I'm kind of one of those people that has like, little traditions that like, hey, if it worked last time, let's do it again. And
you've got your lucky drink now.
Big shout out to my sponsor, Yerba Mate, giving me this win.
Awesome. Well, there you have it, folks. That will do it for the Cuddle Clubs 2023 tournament. And thank you very much to our winner, Submarino, for coming on and talking with us. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and see you next time.